I thought we were hot.
We're hot, but I needed to.
This reminded me of Get Out. This thing right here.
I haven't seen that.
You never saw Get Out?
No, I saw the other two, not Get Out.
Get Out's like the one.
But I saw Nope.
Okay, but Get Out. What else did you see of Jordan Peele's Oeuvre?
Us, which I think is the only other one, and I watched Key and Peele, and I've watched Mad TV.
Key and Peele's the shit. Key and Peele's good.
Yeah.
Get Out was good.
What did Logan Paul say about it?
Logan Paul said that he thought that. I don't know anything about Nope really. I just saw the trailer. It looks good. I don't know much about Nope. Here you go, Bubba. I don't know much about Nope. And will you throw me a blanket for Omar? Otherwise, she'll just walk off the edge of this thing. We'll see what how our guest reacts to Omar. That'll gauge if he touches the dog. That means that he has somewhat of a soul.
He's a good guy.
If he doesn't touch the dog, it's a good gauge. If he doesn't acknowledge the dog and he just kind of like pretends it's not there, there's something wrong with him.
Yeah.
You got to acknowledge the dog a little bit. Just out of respect for me.
No, it would be weird.
Even if you hate the dog, even if you think the dog's something, you have to kind of like, even if you say to me that your dog is gross, you still have to acknowledge it. But if you ignore it like a psycho, then I know that there's something inside you that's so dead it can never be brought back to life.
Yeah, you should at least wave at a dog, I think.
Touch it one time. How can you not touch this dog? Look at it. It's great. So listen.
So Nope.
No, well, back to Get Out. You never saw Get Out, right?
No.
We're only tits up, right? You can't see them wearing shorts.
No, I mean I'll crop it if I can.
Whatever, doesn't matter. Yeah. I want the movie magic too. I want them to think I'm wearing tuxedo pants. I was literally in the other room working while you were setting up, and I wanted to get this thing done before we started going, and I didn't get it done, and it's frustrating. So I got my outfit together, and it's terrible.
I hate when that happens.
I look like a standard fucking dude right now.
No, not too standard.
Which is fine.
You have a shirt that's a sweatshirt that says sex vacation. I don't think that's standard.
I think everybody wants to take a sex vacation. So listen, I Get Out. You should see. There's a whole thing with the hypnotizing and the spoon. It's a whole gag that made me realize that you went to see Nope, and then that brought me to Logan Paul's review of Nope. And I'll go over. I just read his review, and he said that it didn't make sense, and it was long and meandering, and et cetera, et cetera. And then all the comments were saying that the movie was about people like Logan Paul, and that's why he didn't understand it. So what's your take on Nope? Without fucking it up, just out of the gate, would you give it a thumbs up or thumbs down in the Nelkin scale?
A thumbs up.
He thumbs upped it. Now let's also, just so we have some not variance, just so we can establish a baseline.
Yeah.
To allow for variance. I don't even know if that makes any sense. But
yeah, just
so we can establish a baseline, tell me some of 5 other thumbs up films that you've thumbed up.
Another thumbs up film, I would say, what was it, Last Night in Soho? I also thought was a similar kind of thumbs up.
I never saw that one.
Let's see. Another a thumbs up is like it's not perfect, but it's interesting and worth checking out. So I don't know, like Thor Ragnarok. I don't think that's the best thing ever.
That's 2 thumbs up.
We've talked about it a bunch.
Thor Ragnarok is great.
I didn't think it was.
It's fucking fun.
Yeah.
How's it not? Come on.
Well, so Jason, is this. This is a fucking fun movie.
No, Thor Ragnarok is fun from beginning to end. It's just like you're just having fun.
That's true. But
there's no think.
But there's is that how you judge a movie if you're just having fun?
There's different ways to judge a movie. Sometimes if a movie is just great fun and great to watch from beginning to end, and that doesn't mean it's simple or stupid. It means it's like it takes a lot to make something fun.
Of course, that's why I give it a thumbs up. But like a really fun movie, I rewatched the original Superman last night.
The original one.
I would give that 2 thumbs up. That's great.
The original Superman. So
that's like,
your baseline is so fucked up. You go Thor Ragnarok, Nope, the original Superman.
No, that's 2
and
thumbs
A Night
up.
in Soho.
Superman, I'm saying, is better than those. I would say Thor Ragnarok.
You like the original Superman with like very hokey kind of like.
Well, but
you're talking about Superman from like the 80s,
yeah,
right?
But they knew what they were doing in 1978. Like it's supposed to be funny.
Is it? Is it supposed to be self-referentially funny?
Yeah, I mean, the first line that the newspaper guy says in the movie is he corrects Lois Lane. He says, he's like, is spelled with 1 P, which is what back then was a joke. Sorry.
Well, once again, he's managed to ding us. I'm just going to call you air brake because you can just bring us to a grinding halt.
I shouldn't have given an example.
So Nope was great. You loved it.
No. It would be 2 thumbs up.
You think it was flawed?
Was great. I thought
was it flawed?
Good. It was flawed.
You're racist.
And Logan Paul isn't completely wrong about everything.
He isn't completely wrong?
No.
But I bet you it looked beautiful.
Yeah.
It looked great. That's all I know. I'll see it.
Not as beautiful as Superman 1978, which had some of the most beautiful shots I've ever seen upon rewatching it. But
fuck, I don't know. See, the thing about you is you are the broken clock who sometimes is so out to lunch that you're a genius. Maybe.
Well, I don't know what that means.
He's a broken clock.
That's an elaborate.
Your broken clock is wrong. Is right twice a day.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, look, I haven't seen it. I'd like to see it. What else is going on before our guest comes? I have a guest coming. His name's Dane.
Oh, he's here.
Yeah, you want to bring him in right now? He's early.
I mean, I've got it.
He tried to come early. I said, listen, sir, I have a schedule.
Yeah, let him know.
So if Dane doesn't, remember, guys, like and subscribe. If Dane doesn't touch the dog, it's our duty as a community of the PTA community to destroy him. Okay? This is a test. I'm not gonna give the dog is practically in his lap. This is a layup for him. All you have to do is go like this. Or go, what's your dog's name? Or nice dog, but if he doesn't even look at it, or if he makes this weird thing where he doesn't want to get near it, then we know we have to destroy him. So yeah, we're on the show today. Hello, sir. What's going on, Stretch? You need to duck under the doorway there and come in?
I do.
Yeah, he does. Look at him. He's just a tall drink of water. How's it going? Did you go to the gym today?
I did.
Yeah.
I did O'Neill's workout.
Yeah, how was that?
Is this real? Oh, it's real.
It's a real dog.
It was good.
He gives Omar one pet, which is baseline okay. It means he gave Omar one pet. So he just eked under the door. There's two pets. Begrudgingly.
No, behind the ear scratch.
That's good. There you go. Now he's pouring it on.
No, I did O'Neill's workout. It was great. A lot of animal movements. We never touched
Bear crawls.
the hops, the whole.
Yeah, he likes
never
the hops.
touched the weight. Never touched the weight the entire workout.
Whenever I do the bear crawl and the frog hop, I always feel the first three. I'm like, I can't do this, and then I do fine.
He made us do 5 down and backs in the frog hop.
The frog hop is heavy.
Yeah.
But it's fine. Once you get momentum, you're good.
Yeah.
It just feels like you're going to die a little bit.
I was worried about some of the other people in the group because obviously I do a lot of animal movements in my work, but it was like...
You were what? They were fat?
No, they weren't fat, but it was just like...
We don't fat shame on
some
this
of these
podcast.
people... No, absolutely.
You would never.
No, absolutely not.
Were you about to say you're fat? You're chubby?
No, I'm saying like I live life like a fat person at times.
Yeah, but you're not a fat person. You're an athlete.
I mean, if everyone's an athlete in some capacity.
Not true. So that man over there is not an athlete.
Phil Knight once said, if you have a body, you're an athlete.
Phil Knight. Well,
That's good. I like that.
Phil Knight may have lied to most of America on that note.
I have good genes.
Okay, great. Good genes for what? For standing
Athletics.
in water and picking fish out of a pond with your beak?
My grandfather
Was a stork.
he invented water skiing in Poland. He was the first guy to water ski.
He invented the sport of water skiing?
I mean, in Poland, yeah.
So
He carved water skis out of wood.
your grandfather invented Polish water skiing.
Yeah, but
There's no
we don't need to hijack the podcast.
there's no family. There's no generational wealth in Polish water skiing, apparently.
Absolutely not. No.
That's why you're in my living room.
Boston guy.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Wilson, where are you from again?
Acton, Massachusetts.
Massachusetts. He's a masshole.
I know. We got my parrot Kramer in 1994 in Acton from Boston Exotics.
They don't have that anymore.
No, it doesn't exist.
You're from Boston?
I'm from Lexington, just outside of Boston.
Okay, so listen. Have you ever watched this show? You ever watched my podcast?
Yeah, I've seen it here and there.
No. What you've seen is you've seen Instagram clips.
I watched the episode of you and Maddie with my whole thing.
So you've watched 4 minutes of the show.
No, I watched that whole show.
You know I'm going to give you a hard time.
I'm prepared for that.
Okay, I just want to make sure you know that that's what we do here.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Have you seen one of our exalted characters called Heavy?
I know Heavy.
You know Heavy. Oh yeah, of course you know Heavy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I met him at a comedy show, and he loves food and he likes to tell jokes.
I feel like you and Heavy would get on for some reason.
I mean, I have no problem with Heavy. I don't
have a problem with Heavy either. He's
I see him
fantastic.
out now and again. He's a good guy.
He's a good guy.
I appreciate his appreciation for food. I know he used to be heavy, and he changed his lifestyle, and God bless him.
Everyone's an athlete.
Everyone's an athlete.
Everyone's even heavy. Well, heavy can do pull-ups, which is like, impressive. And I watch heavy. I've watched heavy go. I watch him on Instagram eating things that I can't eat ever. I can't even look at it. And he's just taking shit down all the time. I'm like, I don't know. And I have asked him, I go, how do you do that? Like, how do you eat the craziest shit all the time every time I see you? And he's like, he says, he has some weird answer. You just do pull-ups. I'm like, that doesn't really work.
Does he train? Does he have a gym? Does he have is he a jiu-jitsu guy? Is he doing CrossFit? What?
Heavy is not a jiu-jitsu guy. That would be amazing if he was. I would love to have him. Yeah, I would have to offer him I'd have to allow him more respect than I do if he put the gi on and rolled around with us. You have to just give someone a little bit of credit. I would have to give more credit.
Right. But to look like that, I always say 80% of how you look is what you eat. But he's eating he eats some crazy stuff.
Shit, yeah. So I think it's catching up with him finally. I think that he lost weight and then he's young enough to fuck around. Who cares? What are we talking about heavy fucking... So
he's an enigma.
So Dane, this is Dane. He goes to my gym. Dane's got a very funny. Dane says, "Hey." Dane's invited himself on the podcast a couple of times. He's like,
maybe 10 times.
Yeah, he's like, I need to come. I'm like, and every time he invites himself on, I go, this is not how it works. I invite you. You don't invite yourself.
Well, typically you're out of breath. You had just finished rolling. You're checking your phone. You're sweaty, and I'm like, "Hey, can I?" So yeah, I'm ready to go, man. Like it's
yeah.
And you're just like, yeah, like all right, cool.
What is this? What do you want? Well, because Dane, I feel like Dane probably. I sound like what? Irritated?
Just that. Whatever he just did. Yeah.
I go, yeah. So.
Well, he's out of breath. Right? Yeah, he just got done rolling. Like I don't blame him. I'll tell you, when the invite came in yesterday, I was shocked. I had kind of like sold it. Like I was like, it's not going to happen. That's not. And then you were like, because I sat next to you and I specifically didn't say anything about it.
For the first time, he didn't say anything.
Yeah, and then you were like, hey, you want to come on? We might have some time. I'm like, say.
I love that you're excited to do this show. This show is so stupid.
I know.
I mean, I feel like you know that Maddie's not on here regularly.
No, I know that. Yeah.
You do? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he'll listen to this.
I know you're a big Maddie fan. Well, how do you think Maddie's going to listen to this?
I'm sure he'll see a clip. If we can get a 15-second clip.
Well, I got a big surprise for you today.
He's not.
Maddie's coming on.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he's going to be here.
I don't believe that.
He's not.
I know.
He got so excited.
No
he loves Maddie. This guy
I didn't get that excited. I didn't believe
Maddie. He loves Maddie so much. But he sent Maddie a giant. This is great. You send Maddie a huge gift basket, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're like, and I remember you tell me, I send the guy a gift basket. And it's like, well, why won't he have dinner with me or something? And I'm just like, Maddie has people sending him entire ovens.
Can I just get to the bottom of this whole Maddie situation?
Yeah.
Okay. I have been a supporter and a follower, listener, viewer of Maddie's before he got big. Before, he was barely getting into the whole Vice scene and all of his, stand and stir cooking stuff. This might have been 2015. And I was living in Italy playing professional basketball at the time. I was heavily involved in the food scene and off the court. And I was an apprentice for this really famous butcher. He's the most famous butcher in the world. His name's Dario Cecchini. Mm-hmm. And he has this special salt. He has an antique butcher shop in Tuscany. And he's an 8th generation butcher. His butcher shop is 250 years old. And one day I walked into this guy's butcher shop and he stopped me. He's completely in Italian. He doesn't speak English. He said, "Come here. Let me see your hands." So I showed him my hands and he said, "These are butcher hands. You're a basketball player? Yeah. When your season's done, come stay in my house and I'll teach you how to debone cows for free. And as a payment, you work in my steakhouse at nighttime."
And I said, fuck?
Yeah.
Just randomly.
I was there with my brother. My brother had told me about this really famous butcher shop. I was playing in Siena at the time.
He just discovered your hands.
He just saw how big I was and he thought my hands were impressive.
And did you have an interest in being a butcher?
Actually, my grandfather was a kosher butcher in Boston. But it just was, I was interested. And and I became his apprentice. And when the season ended, I lived in his house in Chianti, in the rolling hills of Chianti, and wake up at 6:30 every morning and would debone cows with this guy and this whole crew, and really heavy in the food system. But Dario had his own Chef's Table episode on Netflix. He's a master chef judge.
So you would get a whole cow. Like,
half a cow. The shipment comes in every Thursday. We'd have cow sides come in.
So it'd be a cow cut down the middle.
Yeah.
So split half the face, half the asshole, everything.
No, there's no. They're headless.
Headless. So it's just okay.
We don't.
And they have no blood in them yet.
No, we don't.
Bled out.
We don't dispatch the cows. Or anything. They
dispatch
come
them.
from Dario's farm. Where
His
he has
own
his
farm.
own special breed of cow. Yeah.
I talk about like, because everyone in LA is wandering around thinking that they're going to be discovered just randomly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone thinks they're going to land on something. Like, I'm going to be discovered for nothing. Like, people think they're going to be discovered by writing a Yelp review, that they're going to get like a writing gig on fucking, Young Sheldon or something. I don't know. But anyways, you got discovered for just being a big guy in a butcher shop, and the butcher goes, "You're a butcher."
Well, he just taught me. He offered to teach me how to debone cows, antique Tuscan style.
You must have engaged with him a little bit.
I'm not even the tallest person in my family. My brother's 6'10". I'm 6'9". We walk in, we just draw eyes. People just look at us wherever we go.
Monsters.
Yeah. And
I sent a through line here because you were a professional basketball player in Italy, right? Then you became a butcher. And then we'll get to this. Then he ends up being the guy inside the new Predator suit in the new Predator movie. Now I'm gonna draw my. You can correct me if you want, but I'm gonna say that professional basketball player, butcher, Predator film. I just sense that there's a lot of predatory,
meat.
There's a lot of meat. There's a lot of things getting cut.
Yeah.
Cutting, as some people would call cut up.
Competition.
You ever heard the term cut up?
Cut up.
The Southern term, getting some cut up.
No.
I feel like that. There's just a lot of things getting penetrated, like knives going into flesh, other things going into orifices throughout your entire career. That I think you've been stalking and devouring prey in one form or another.
On the court, off the court.
On the court, off the court, in the bedroom, at the butcher shop, in the gym sometimes. How many girls at our gym have you fucked?
0.
I like how I slid that in there.
0.
But, okay.
Hand to God.
Not one.
God honest truth, not one single.
You haven't?
Nope.
Why? Because you don't want to cause.
It's my temple. I don't mess
It's your
with
temple.
that
You
place.
don't mess with your sacred temple.
No, that's.
But what if you catch them slipping in the fucking parking lot? Then they're outside of the grounds, because I've seen you out there, and everyone knows you have your laser sights, and you're triangulating, and you're just like you're rolling over, and you're like doing. You go, "Hi, I'm Dane," and you're just like, "What's up?" And you got a kettlebell, and then and you're like, "God, my abs are itchy." Whoop, and you just pull up. I see your moves.
You're more of a kettlebell guy than me, though.
I'm a kettlebell guy, yeah.
No, parking lot. It's still spillover. It's still the parking lot of my temple. I don't.
Right.
I'm open-minded. I'm not closed to anything. If the right person comes along, we get along.
Throws
great.
it at you. If someone corners you and pushes you into one of the bathrooms, and forces himself upon you, like Austin. If Austin did that, you could not fight him off.
Austin would be a tough battle. That would be. He'd probably enjoy that. Oh man.
I mean, I guess okay. So I'm just trying to create this Predator baseline, right? Because I know could all be just what my rich fantasy life, but basketball players are notorious for their sexual prowess. They're just known.
Some are
in the world of men that have groupies, right? And I'm sure that's saying something wrong there. But in the world of there's surfers and pro surfers, professional athletes. There's a range. There's musicians,
comedians,
rappers, comedians, and comedians are probably at the bottom of the spectrum of what that range of
if you're
conquest
funny,
is. Maybe top of if you're like Kevin Hart, I'm sure, or something, right? Or maybe but basketball players are kind of like the apex of that kind of level of sex play.
Do you think there's maybe a genetic factor that's coming into play here?
Because they're not. They're just I think that they're. Yes, I think that they're the most genetically appealing and the richest. They have more money than anyone else, right? Don't the basketball players make more money than the football players?
Well, there's only 12 spots on
Yeah,
a roster.
absolutely.
I mean, you're not dealing with 50 guys on a team or 30 guys on a baseball
And there's not
team.
CTE, and their bodies aren't destroyed by the time they hit like 46.
Right. That's what I mean. Baseball guys are pretty close to basketball, but obviously basketball is the most personal sport.
Well, also
You're
the
right
basketball
there.
players are better looking than baseball players. Baseball players are kind of pudgy.
Right. They're
getting
less
laid, too.
cardio involved.
Less cardio,
with,
yeah.
with baseball. Basketball, like obviously the floor seats are right there. You see their face. You see emotion. Pick a random person on the street and say, "Name me 10 NFL guys."
Yeah.
I don't know. You don't see the emotion on their face. You're not right there. It's a field. They're far away. They have helmets on. Basketball, you're right there. You feel them. You feel LeBron James. You know what he's
You're talking
going
about
through.
you're talking about swinging dongs on the court, is what you're saying. The ladies or men, who knows, are peeping that meat cleavage, swinging around. And
I
they're
don't know
like,
anything about that. I know back in the day the shorts were really short. They
Yeah.
had to some measures to handle that problem. Is that Maddie? Is he calling
no,
you?
that's Maddie. Yeah, Maddie's outside.
Maddie's calling.
He's come. He's here to
go let
surprise
Maddie
you.
in.
He's gonna take you on a date.
Set up another microphone. Wait, I didn't even get to finish the Maddie story.
I know. Well, I like to derail and
That's okay.
we'll get back. Finish the Maddie. Okay, so you're a butcher.
So yeah, I just in the off season I would come to the butcher shop and
Yeah.
work, and I didn't really have any family in Italy, so anytime I had a long weekend or it was a major holiday, I would just go to Chianti, and I mean Dario became like my uncle, and everyone that worked at the butcher shop became my family. So when you go there to visit, they throw you an apron, you're working. And that butcher shop is only closed one day of the year on Christmas Day, and that's it. It's
Now,
open.
in the butcher shop, did your sex addiction there ever get you in trouble?
No, you gotta understand.
he does.
Jesus.
He goes, no, it didn't.
Two-Tone is put it out. It's his narrative that I have a sex addiction.
It's just project. I'm just jealous. The dude's like 9 feet tall and shredded, and I just see him in there like, he's like strong as an ox. He's just throwing around 2 plates like it ain't shit. You know what I mean?
But
like,
you know what? Like, for me, which is actually quite interesting. My rookie year of basketball, I had a girlfriend, and
Yeah.
I went to go play in Italy. I was okay. Like, we were long distance. She was still in school in New Hampshire. Like, if I'm playing well, I don't really need to get down physically with other people, because like doing well career wise is enough for me. That
gets you off.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, gets me off, but like, if I have like my hands full career wise and I'm doing well,
Yeah.
I'm okay. I can remain like kind of distal and just keep going.
I was saying the other day that to my friend who is a sex addict, and I said to him, I go, sex sometimes it's kind of annoying, because it's like it gets in your mind, and sometimes I'm working and I get like fucking horny and I just want to fuck and I can't think straight, and I'm also like not. It just fucks.
And you want to go on like a sex vacation or something.
You want to go on a sex
Yeah.
vacation, yeah. You want to go on a sex vacation. Sex vacation, born and raised.
Oh, wow.
This is vintage BXR. By the
That
way.
looks great.
Should we re-release this? See, this is like.
I
this is
have
perfect.
no.
I actually didn't put this on purpose, but we're doing a whole sex addict thing that he may or may not be.
I think you're trying to like Freudian, trying to impose sex into my brain.
Yeah, I'm trying to get you to open up about your sex life.
Yeah, yeah.
And it,
luck.
stranger things have happened. And speaking of
Love Stranger Things.
Stranger Things, I mean, and speaking of Stranger Things, what's are you still friends with Doja Cat?
I don't know if I'm allowed to. Am I still friends with Doja Cat? Our communication level has decreased, if you will.
Okay.
We don't talk as much.
You don't talk as much, but you guys had a brief friendship.
I was in her music video, and
You were in her music video.
Yeah.
But it never went any further. You never spent any time in her pool. You were never in the background of one of her stories swimming. Was that you? I'm pretty sure. Look at his face. He was clapping those Doja cheeks. What was happening?
I don't know.
Oh,
I mean,
Dane.
I don't know what I'm allowed to talk about or not.
What are you allowed? This is free. This is free radio. This is America. You can just say whatever you want. Listen, nothing bad can come of people watching this and seeing you.
Maybe I signed something where
She make you sign an NDA? Holy shit. He's not talking. I'm talking. I'm just going to talk. You don't have to say anything. Let me just create a narrative.
Okay.
Dane's in the fucking building, okay?
I can't wait for this.
He's in the building. Doja Cat's there. and she's literally one sixth of his size. He's just orangutan style, jungle gym, cheek clapping, smashing the fucking smithereens out of the yeets, just crushing. And he's doing his fucking job. He's showing up, he's punching in, he's putting in a solid 3-hour fucking work week every day. And at some point she's like, I've had enough dick. And it's time for you to go. And you know what? No severance package, no fucking parting gift. Sign this NDA and fuck off because now I'm going to chase a 16-year-old who's on a TV show. Isn't that what happened? Am I wrong?
Her name's Amala. I called her.
You guys are great friends.
I never called her Doja Cat. That was one of the first things she told me.
Don't call me Doja.
Don't call me Doja Cat. It's not. It's her stage name. But
also, you don't want to piss her off because I see her and she'll go off.
Yeah, I mean, she's. Like I said, I have no issues with her. There's no bad blood between us.
Yeah.
She's very creative. She's a free spirit, and she actually really likes cooking. She loves. Like I cook a lot. Obviously, I'm involved in that food world.
But I have to unpack this language. When people say creative and free spirit, that's coded language.
I mean, she's super talented. It's
again, very, very sus. What you're saying.
It's literally her job to instill good emotions upon people. She's a great performer.
This is what a man who's been tortured says about somebody. This is what a man who got waterboarded says about his captor.
No, I'm just saying, like, if we were in the
did she put a gun on you? Did she?
No.
Is she threaten you?
Like, if there was music
does she
playing,
have security? Does she have like?
Yes.
Did you see when Megan Thee Stallion came in our gym and then she had like?
Wait, Megan Thee Stallion was in the
just
gym?
one day, just for 1 day for 1 hour, and I just happened to look up and I was rolling. I was like, who's that statue of a woman? I was like, oh shit, it's Megan Thee Stallion. But she had. And I don't know if I should be saying this. I'm like, is it? Am I disclose? I don't know, whatever. Anyways, her security was like top tier, like Blackwater operator security.
In the gym.
There was like one by the door. It's like guys who look like dads who are just wearing like, they have like baseball hats, like members only jackets. And they're just kind of chubby, but they're just like no bullshit. Not even a fucking shred of bullshit. They look very unassuming, but they're also killers. Like these guys are like whatever.
Let me put it this way.
Yeah.
And I'm not even talking about Amala at this point.
No.
If I were to date a rapper.
Yeah. It would be Megan.
Of high caliber.
Yeah.
I can tell you what it's like going on a date with a person like that.
Oh yeah. What's it like dating a rapper?
It's insane. Because you don't. Oh my God, my producer from Predator is calling me.
They're seeing this live stream right now.
You snap your fingers, an Escalade shows up with the driver. You have to wait for their security guard to come. The security guard sits up front. They call ahead to the restaurant. They brief them on what's happening, who's coming in.
Oh, right. You have to prep them.
You pull up to the restaurant. Well, first of all, you need 2 tables. If your reservation, you can't get 2 tables, you can't go to the restaurant.
Why? For team? The team has to be there?
So you pull up to the restaurant.
Does it have to be that way? Can't she just go to fucking Chipotle or something?
I don't.
You wouldn't know.
Hypothetically, if I were to date,
if you want to go somewhere nice,
if I were to date a rapper, I would imagine
this is what would happen.
You pull up to the restaurant.
Yeah.
Security guard gets out, goes into the restaurant. You sit in the car and wait. Talks to the front desk. He would check the table that they provide. The second table is for him to sit at. So the table that he sits at has to be close enough to us that if someone comes up to us or does whatever, he can stop it quickly.
Mm-hmm.
He comes back out, open the door, put the masks on because who knows who's out there taking pictures.
What kind of mask?
COVID mask.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
We get out of the car, you walk into the restaurant, you sit down. Next table is the security guard right there having a meal as well.
Yeah.
And you enjoy yourself. Or maybe you pull up behind the restaurant and you go in through the kitchen.
Oh, yeah, Goodfellas style.
That could happen. Yeah.
One shot.
Yeah.
One shot, they pre-light it for you, walk through, you shake everyone's hand, and you sit down.
There's other times you would go to a restaurant and you would get like the back room.
Oh, yeah.
And
like at like John and Vinny's little back room.
Yeah, like Wally's has that back room with the wine.
Yeah.
You have a giant table for 20 people and it's just 2 people sitting there.
By yourself.
Yeah. And then, there'd be the security guard sitting outside. It was cool. It was like,
but I think that life after a while might get kind of lonely and oppressive.
I don't know. I've never experienced it, but I would imagine probably it would.
Yeah. And in your hypothetical rapper sex life. Who do you got? Who's next on yours? Is it Sweetie? Are you going to take Sweetie down? Because she fucks
Sweetie's
fans.
really smart. She has a master's degree.
Even better.
I love that.
If you're smarter, you're more likely to be a freak.
Probably. I mean, again, I'm not a guy where it's all about that, the physical aspect.
Yeah.
I like a multifaceted person
Yeah.
who can cook, who likes video games.
He's such a nice guy.
But if I were, I mean, you're asking me who my crush is right now. Who's
Yeah.
I would say, I mean, Dua Lipa, I think is nice.
That's your, yeah. You're really setting your sights high. But I think you've had a charmed life, so it could happen. Who knows?
Happen.
Who knows? You never know.
I'd love to meet her and just get to know her.
You'd
first.
like to get to know her.
It's not a person.
You guys, he's so good. This is how you guys don't understand. You have to read between the lines. He is so good at his job, which is fucking everybody.
Oh, that's my job now.
Which is having sex with every person. He fucked me and Jason downstairs. We had to have sex with him. He's amazing. We're sucking and fucking and burping and slurping, and we couldn't believe it. Both butts jammed together. He's bing, bing, bing. It was sorry, Disney. Okay, listen. He's so good because he's just very much like, I just want to get to know people. He's like, I only see people. I don't see beauty. I see people. I see what's inside them. Kind of like the predator. You see inside their soul, and you're seeing their essence.
But you want to know the truth. Like for me, at first, you see a hot girl at first glance. Oh, I want to have sex with this person.
Yes,
that's great.
Yes,
good job. Congratulate. For me, typically, I see a girl, and I'm like, I kind of want to just get to know this person to see if I like them.
Yes.
In order to, because I'm at the point now in my life.
And also, like, what would it be like if I use my butcher skills on this person? Right? If you had to debone her, you look at you size them up. You're like, I could do. I have the giant
the
butcher
predator
hands.
despines people.
You could despine.
No, but like, engaging with someone physically who I don't care about in any capacity, it doesn't interest me anymore.
Okay, it does end up sucking. I've done a lot of that. It's terrible.
You show me a hot girl, I'll show you 5 guys who are tired of having sex with her.
That's the classic. Who said that? Was that Eddie Murphy who said that? Somewhere somebody. Oh no, Chris Rock. Somebody somewhere's tired of fucking Holly Berry. I mean, it's dated because Holly Berry, but
right? But she was, she still is classic.
Very beautiful woman.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it's beyond true.
Like you know what's about these days? You know what really gets me going? Consent. Consent is the best.
Oh my God.
That's all I need. No, but just wait. Just hear me out. No.
He's a legend.
Wait, just wait. Listen to me. Just the idea of knowing that I have access, essentially, that's enough for me.
What?
Let me go to the bar. Let me meet someone, whatever, get to know them. As soon as I know,
3 beds.
As soon as I know that I have consent, I'm like, that's enough for me. I'm glad. I can go home. I can take a shower. I can sleep.
This is you guys. This is what like years in the sex trenches does. He's an evolved species of sex addict.
Having sex is tedious. It's sweaty.
He's saying the most amazing things. He's declothing you. He's disarming you with his words. He's using words like consent.
Consent is the greatest thing ever.
Consent is so sexy.
It's so sexy.
He's amazing, you guys. You could learn. All you guys, all you players and sexy guys, sexy ladies who are like consider yourselves high level seductors. Take a note out of this man's book. He's going around the whole playbook and he's deconstructing the game and talking about what's inside a person. Consent. You know what's sexy to Dane? Consent. Can I touch your hair? Thank you. I'm glad that I know I'm Dane and I can touch your hair.
Yeah,
that's all I need for today. Let me just touch you. And you know what? I'm just going to touch the bottom quarter of your hair.
You want to know something? I didn't lose my virginity until I was in college at the age of 19.
What?
Do you want to know why?
Yes.
Because I couldn't lose my virginity.
What?
First of all, in high school, I wasn't messing with any girls at all. Just bear with me here. Bear with. This is a completely true story. I'm telling you, this is completely true. This is not dolled up in any way. In high school, I was kind of picked on a little bit.
Okay.
And I was tall and skinny and goofy, but I was on the basketball team. But I was afraid of girls, and I didn't really mess with anyone. I went to prep school for a year to get better at basketball. I got a full scholarship to the University of New Hampshire. When I got to school, I realized I can reinvent myself because no one knows who I am.
Yeah.
And I can just, if I'm confident and I think that I'm cool, everyone else will think I'm cool. That no one knows that I got picked on in high school.
Oh,
and was
yeah,
afraid
yeah.
of girls.
Yeah.
So I got to college and I maybe became a little too confident.
Right.
And girls would not have sex with me. I couldn't lose my virginity. Why? Because every girl was like, I'm not having sex with you. You're a player. I know you hook up with a lot of girls.
Right. You're too cocky.
There's no way. There's no way. And I'd be like, actually, I'm a virgin. And they go, and now you're lying to me.
Now you're fucking lying. Yeah.
And I literally, I'm like, I couldn't lose my virginity because girls were so convinced that I was a player and hooking up with a ton of girls.
Yeah.
That I was stuck in this Stranger Things virgin upside down, if you will.
Yeah.
Of people assuming that I'm doing all this stuff. And I was literally a victim of my own success. I couldn't lose my virginity because everyone thought I was having so much sex.
Wow.
When it couldn't have been more the opposite.
Wow.
So it's
so he's so good at like, cause I'm trying to.
That's true. That's true. And even now,
know, I
like
believe you.
people are like, oh, you probably like, you can get any girl, you can hook up. It's not like first of all, I get rejected all the time. Second of all, I don't really try for a lot of people. I mean, I have a big movie coming out in a week. Like I have so much stuff going on. I'm not really talking to anyone. I'm not involved with any girls. I'm
Again, just so everyone's clear, now he's playing. He's doing the mirror technique. What I want you women to know is that women love seeing a mirror of themselves, and women's big thing to say is, "I'm really busy right now. I don't have time for sexual interaction." That's what Dane's doing.
Well, it's not. It wouldn't be fair to someone else.
He's like the James Bond of sex. He's just like, you don't know what's happening. Don't look him in the eye. Don't be in a room with him with less than 14 people, and don't ever engage like. Don't even go on a walk with him where you're across the street because he's gonna fuck you.
I think James Bond is the James Bond of sex, by the way.
That's true. Yeah,
I can't keep up with that, but
no.
I also have terrible social anxiety. I don't know if you knew that. I'm terrible.
But you, if you have social anxiety, you're not shy about inviting yourself on the show.
It's different with you. It's
Why? Why am I different?
Well, when I saw the episode and you told me like that I would take someone's girl in the corner and fuck them till their hair fell out, I'm like, okay, I think I can invite myself on this show at this point. But you were talking about Trish. I'm like, okay.
Did I say you're gonna fuck Maddie's wife or something? Maddie will still fly you out for that for sure. That's a contract, and you're not gonna be. I know that you're a nice guy. You're not like a pervert, but like you can't say no to Maddie.
It's tough for me to say that.
Maddie's like, listen. Here's the deal. He goes, hey, listen. I need you to come. I need you to come to Canada. I'm gonna listen. We're gonna do some cooking. I need you to fuck Trish. I'll give you $12,000 and fuck Trish, and then say hi to the kids.
guys,
fuck her once.
It's beef ribs. Beef ribs. What are we talking about here?
You got fuck Trish. I'm gonna watch.
If you don't keep your knife sharp enough, you're a fucking loser.
Yeah, loser. Don't be a loser. Fuck her good. Fuck her good. I'm gonna watch. No, Maddie would never.
Man. So at that point, I'm like, okay, I can invite myself on the show. But you see me, I go in the gym. I really don't chit chat with a lot of people. I kind of keep to myself, and I do my own little workout thing. And I don't love like talking to people. I first of all, no offense to anyone, but it's like, I'm kind of just focused on this workout. But when I go to a bar, I don't know what to do with my hands. I'm tall. I realize everyone's looking at me. It's like, I start to sweat. I can't tell you how many bars I left being out at night just because I was sweating so hard because I was uncomfortable. I had to go home and just like shut it down because I was sweating so hard from pit stain.
It's like, this is like meeting Hannibal Lecter before he got caught. Like he's so evolved. He's like, now he's telling the whole thing like, I'm a nervous guy.
I am.
I'm nervous. I have anxiety because having anxiety is definitely in vogue right now. And all girls have anxiety. Everyone has anxiety, but now we're all coming to terms with it. I feel like
depression is in.
Depression too, yeah. That's your next thing. He's like, and I get depressed and I go to the club and I think nobody likes me and I'm too handsome to even get laid sometimes. It's insane. And it's like, it's a tough.
I actually do get depressed sometimes. I don't know if I go through like post-production depression.
Yeah.
When I came back from Predator
there's a crash.
In September.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, for 90 days, I'm relied on. I have to be accountable. There's responsibility. I'm the number 3 in this, whatever, $90 million movie. I'm dependent on every single day. And I wake up and I stare at the ceiling. I'm like, I'm the fucking Predator. Yeah. And I'm invincible and I'm this hunting machine. And then it ends.
Yeah.
And then I have to go grocery shopping.
Yeah.
Get my mail.
Yeah.
And I'm back in my shoebox apartment.
And it was 3 months of shooting.
Yeah.
So like you're dealing with like A, you're getting picked up and driven to set.
Yeah.
B, you probably
catered
Probably
meals.
even beyond craft service, you have special meals because you're like a kind of an athlete.
No,
right?
I just went
You
to
ate
catering
crafty?
standard. Yeah, and I
Do
didn't
you
eat
eat Twizzlers and shit? Did you eat, or you?
no
you eat,
crafty. I like the nuts.
yeah,
I'm,
you get into the nuts.
like
You
a-
eat well, right? You don't. You
Yeah.
don't fuck around.
I don't really mess with chips and soda and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
it's just terrible, guys.
But
Don't eat chips and soda.
I eat with the
everybody.
crew. I don't eat in my trailer. I eat with everyone out there
Yeah.
at the tables, and I'm not too good to do that.
But you stay in character the whole time. That's what I hear about you. You don't break character, and while you're eating with crew, you're also
They
like
would
terrorizing
shove a
them.
tube down the predator's mouth, and it would go. No, I'm just
Full
kidding.
of just Skittles and M&Ms.
They would blend.
You lay-
They would take like spaghetti and meatballs and blend it, and then like funnel it into my
Now we're talking.
throat,
into your
down
suit,
my
yeah.
gullet.
He
No.
stayed in the suit for 3 months.
But no, you come back from that, and it's like you're a human again, and you're for 3 months. It's the same thing with the basketball season. For 10 months, you're leaning against this thing, and you're game after game, ultimate goal, championship, pushing, and then like the season ends, and you're leaning against this wall for 10 months, and then you're in the middle of a field, and you're like, what? Like I have no purpose right now.
Right, you're a part of something. You're a part of a team. You're all working together. Like I get that too from like I've never been on a 3 month, a 90-day shoot, but like even on small shoots for a couple of days, everyone gets together. I mean, in the pre-production, you get together,
Hyper focused.
hyper focused. Also, the energy level is like the adrenaline is on the whole time, and then there's an adrenaline dump when it's over. You're like, it's nice to stop. There's like great time where you get to relax, and after that, you're kind of like, fuck. Well, now what do I do? I'm worthless.
Yeah. I mean, depression, for me at least, just stems from purposelessness. If you have purpose, if you have a goal, if you have something, not even a goal, if you have a reason to get up every morning and do something, that's like such a major factor in preventing depression.
Right.
Especially if you have other people involved, someone's relying on you, someone's depending on you. I see you're working out with Jess now, right? So you would never miss a session with Jess.
No.
You would never miss a session with Isaac to train. Like if you were just going to a dojo by yourself and training on your own, it's harder.
It's way harder
to get out of bed and like.
No, if I have a class at a certain time, I have to get up. And also, before I go to that class, I got to get up and do my morning rituals, right? So if I have to be there 8, that means I have to get up at 7 because I got to meditate and I got to do this thing. And
you meditate.
Yeah, so I have to do those things. But if I don't, on the mornings, I have something set up every morning to go to usually, except for this morning because I'm going to go at night. But yeah, and
you're good at cutting it close too because you like always show up at like 58 or 59.
I'm very I run a little late sometimes. Yeah,
that's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I do too. No one's perfect, but you're
I'm a
pretty
bit.
surgical.
I'm working on that.
You're pretty surgical.
Yeah,
at
but
the
sometimes
time.
I end up being like I end up coming in 5 minutes late, and I'm like I always feel bad. I like to be there 5 minutes early. Sometimes it's hard though, because if your day is so jammed up, that means that exactly at 10:30, right? I got to start going to bed. And if sometimes there's like work pops up, or sometimes I'm watching TV and I don't want to go to bed, and I'm just being a little baby, and I need to be in the bed winding down to be fully asleep by 11 to get because I want to be up at 6. That's ideal.
Wow.
I want to get 7.5 to 8 hours sleep. So it's like such a thing where sometimes I'm getting an extra 10 minutes of sleep and I'm 10 minutes late to the gym because I'm like, it's all so bracketed the fuck out. Because I work, when I get home from the gym, I work from now until, I'm going to work until like, well, I didn't go to the gym today. I'm going to go at night, but I'm going to work right up until I go to the gym.
Right.
And then I'm going to go to the gym from 6 to 8, and then I'm going to come home, and that's probably going to be it for me. But there might be something. Someone calls, someone email, some shit.
Well, it's interesting because I see you on your phone all the time at the gym when you're not working out.
Yeah.
But how do you not have a phone? It's
I
very.
start working there, yeah.
It's very rare for me to go to bed the same day I woke up.
Oh, you're up late all the time.
I'm always on my phone. I'm always researching things, looking things up. I could lay in bed for 3 hours and just stare at my phone and just learn stuff and YouTube videos. And, I need to work on my bedtime, but well,
you're supposed to cut out the phone. This is what you're supposed to do.
I know.
You're supposed to stop the phone at a certain time at night and just read a book because that light's not good for you.
Right. Yeah.
Apparently,
But some people, some people do drugs. Some people drink alcohol. I don't do any of that. My phone and food are my two addictions. Those are my two.
I wish I was learning things, but I'm just on Instagram looking at the memes until like I will chew up. I'll do it. Sometimes I play a little bit of chicken with myself where it's like I get up. See, sometimes I shoot myself in the foot. I get up. I know I have to get into my meditation zone within 10 minutes, and I open up Instagram and I get caught in a vortex, and then I'm 5 minutes late to meditation, which puts me, it just,
and then the whole day backs up. Yeah, I'm in bed. I'm like, I wonder where Michael B. Jordan went to acting school, or like how many episodes of Star Trek was John Schuck in? I need to know this information right now.
Where do you live?
I live in West Hollywood on right near like the Go Get 'Em Tiger on Santa Monica. I tell people just south of Chateau Marmont because it like makes me sound more.
That's nice. I like how you've attached yourself to the chateau.
I'm claiming it.
Just south of Chateau Marmont, right next to Pink Taco.
Yeah, I do. I live right near Pink Taco. My old gym was above Pink Taco.
You might want to say I'm south of Chateau Marmont or north of Pink Taco, depending on where you're coming from. That's how the Dane gets down, baby. As much as I keep trying to paint you as just like some sort of savage. I mean, I think maybe it is. Maybe it's like you're that good that you're just like, he's so good at your profession, which is like, sex. It's like, it's so like you've evolved so much to where you've known how to disarm people so well, to where it's like, it's like, I'm just some geeky guy that went to high school, got picked on, didn't have sex till I was 19 in college. And it was even hard then. And it's like, I'm just looking to connect with a person and maybe touch their hair.
Good smelling hair is a big thing
great
for me. If your hair doesn't smell good,
but that's baseline, right? Like when's the last time in your history of dating that you've come across shitty smelling hair?
A couple times. Another big thing for me is flossing. I can tell if a girl doesn't floss.
Oh my God.
And come on, you got to floss. What are you doing? This isn't high school. You got to floss. Everyone's got to floss,
Yeah. How was it in your hypothetical rap brief relationship? Did that person floss?
If I were to date a rapper in that capacity, very good about dental hygiene.
Dua Lipa is your next. I mean, you're really isn't Dua Lipa basically like?
She's British, but she's Albanian.
Top apex
predator.
Apex predator. Like you're talking about like when I look at certain people and I look at someone like that and I go, who are you having sex with?
But that's the thing. Like she's the top person that I want to get to know.
Yeah,
I don't know anything about her.
No, it's not about sex. No.
I don't
you
know
want to
her.
consent to maybe like learn. You want to consent to interact with her mind.
I don't know how she is as a person. She could smell
terrible.
like she could smell like warm pennies. I have no idea. I want to get to know her more.
You know how you meet Dua Lipa? It's really simple.
Oh, it's
okay. No, I'm gonna tell you. You get off of this Maddie thing, right? Fuck, Maddie's not gonna never get you anywhere near any pop stars. And you go a couple degrees adjacent, and you get into the Benny Blanco camp.
Okay.
You're instantly going to be in the nexus. Does that word make sense? The nexus.
Yeah.
You're going to be right in the nexus of all of the pop stars. Now, Now you have to get his blessing because Benny Blanco also has all of them under mind control, and they're all his slaves. No, I have no idea. I'm just kidding.
Benny doesn't know who I am though.
But he will soon if you send him a gift basket.
I'm not at the butcher shop. And he likes food too. Oh, that's right. Interesting. How can I finish this? How can I finish this?
Heavy got in there.
Really?
Heavy. Listen, heavy got in. Heavy's now. Benny also has serious security, so you're not going to just pop up. You got to find a way.
I saw Benny once at the Melrose Farmers Market, and I almost went up to him and said something, and then I realized I have nothing to say to this person, so I didn't. You gotta have a better plan. We're both Jew. My hair. You
got nothing. There's no commonality.
What are you looking for here?
Just talk to him about it. Just be like, I'm Heavy's best friend, and then you're now Benny's best friend. You get the Heavy endorsement, you're good to go.
It's all about Heavy. Interesting. I need this movie to come. Once this movie comes out, I think my life will really just take off. No, I'm just kidding. My face is covered.
Yeah, let's talk about it. We're doing the new. We're talking. We had Dane on. He's the guy in the new Predator suit. We got to this like 45 minutes into the podcast. And the new Predator take, can we talk about it? Do we know?
Depends on
you're going to send me a screener,
I can't talk
right?
about plot points. I can
say what I saw on the internet.
Yeah, sure.
Absolutely. It takes place in colonial times.
No spoilers for me either.
It takes place in 1915. I can't divulge any plot.
It takes place in 1915. Now I believe
1715.
1715. Mm-hmm. Now, don't you think that the Predator is like really cheating because he's dealing with dudes that have muskets and have to ramrod their guns? Like, who's gonna stop?
Yeah, but what does he have?
Oh, he adjusts. He adjusts if the Predator has a gender, because you don't know. They adjust. The Predator adjusts to those times and uses those weapons.
What I can say is this Predator is not. If all the other Predators in the other movies are from New York City,
yeah,
this guy's from Australia in the outback. He's
like a rug. He's like a naturalist. He's organic.
He's more animalistic. He's more feral. He's not from the same part of the planet that the other guys.
Like those guys, if they were Americans, they would hunt with AR-15s. He'd be a bow hunter.
Yeah, he's just more rustic. He's more feral. He's more animalistic. He's primal.
Right.
Dan, our director, actually had me watch the cartoon Primal before going into this movie. About a caveman and a dinosaur interacting with each other. It's pretty funny and interesting. But movements.
Is this the first Predator where the Predator has a sex scene?
I don't know. I can't divulge plot points.
Oh, maybe that's going to happen. Possibly. It would be about time. I want to see the Predator fuck.
Yeah.
It'd be pretty sick.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
It could happen.
There's kind of a Black Widow thing with the canon of predators. I think female predators are actually bigger than male predators.
Oh. Yeah, they've all been assumed as male, but maybe some of them are women.
I think in interviews I have heard and seen people refer to my predator, the feral predator, as he. So I surmise that he is.
I will say that the predator's mouth it's got a very vaginal quality.
Well, you've seen Predator 2, of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've seen all of them Predators. I've seen the one with Adrian Brody.
What is? Do you know what I'm talking about?
What's his name? One of the cops,
Glover?
Danny Glover.
What does he say at the end of Predator 2?
He says something about pussy.
Oh yeah, I don't remember the exact line.
Your move, pussy face.
Yeah.
Your move, pussy face.
And then the camera zooms in on the.
That's funny.
Predator 2 is awesome. Very underrated.
Amazing.
Predator 2, yeah, with the Jamaicans and the whole thing.
Yeah.
You got me all
Gary
hyped on
Busey.
Predator. I the last one I recently watched was. Let's just run through the canon real quick, and we gotta wrap it up in a minute. But we had the first Predator, we had Predator 2, and then somewhere along the line, there's like Aliens versus Predators. There's one in the ice with
that's Alien versus Predator.
Then there's Alien versus Predator.
And who's the girl? Who's the woman in that one? It's what's her face?
I don't know actors.
I love this actress.
I don't know her name. I'm sorry.
The lady. She's like one of the leads. She's also in the scary movies.
I can tell you almost anything else about that movie.
I know who you're talking about, but
he could hop on IMDb and help us, but he won't. Okay.
It'll take too long.
It'll take way too long. Yeah, it'll take 32
Predator,
seconds.
Predator 2, Alien versus Predator.
Yep.
Alien versus Predator Requiem.
Yep.
Predators 2010.
Which is that the one with Adrian Brody?
Adrian Brody. Yep.
Wait, Alien versus Predator Requiem. So there's two Alien versus Predators.
Correct.
Oh yeah, one of them is in like a pyramid, and one of them is in like a city.
And then one is in just a town.
A town.
It's in Vancouver. I think,
Also underrated in my opinion.
So and then and the last.
Predator.
So there's really five.
So
and the
then
last one's Adrian
Predators.
Brody.
Yep.
Right. And then there's
2010.
And then there's also Predators, the Italian basketball league.
Yes, that's
that
right.
one, which was like, we know what was getting taken down. Big game, Italian women.
Big games.
Did you meet a lot? Did you meet any Italian women while you played basketball?
Sure, absolutely.
Were they nice ladies?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when I played in Verona, it's an hour away from Milan, and after games, we would drive out to Milan and experience the culture, touch the town.
Romeo and Juliet.
Romeo and Juliet. Yeah, that's where
Guys,
it took place in Verona.
guys.
That's true.
Experience the culture, touch the town. Do with that what you may. I know how to read. I understand what people are saying. I can read. You don't have to read between the lines. Experience a culture. What's a culture? And touch the town. Culture is a butt. Town is boobs. Am I wrong? Experience a culture. Touch the towns. Both of them. Okay.
So then The Predator was next.
Yeah, then the Predator came out in 2018.
What's The Predator? Which
That
one's
one was
that?
pretty funny. That's got what, Natalie Portman in it? No.
No,
Come on, bro.
Olivia Munn
Olivia
was in
Munn
it.
was
But
in
that
Wait,
was,
what's
yeah,
The
that's-
Predator? Did I
it's
not see that one?
It's the Predator movie that came out in 2018.
Is that like a reboot or is it a continuation?
It's all a continuation.
It's a continuation, but it I don't know how well it did commercially.
Is Olivia Munn?
Yeah.
She's great. She was great in the newsroom. Loved her.
It was fun.
It was fun. The design of the Predator was really cool, and I thought it was shot pretty well. The story, I don't know if people liked it or not, but
And this one's getting good. This one's getting a good reaction so far, is it not? Am I wrong?
we just got back from Comic-Con this weekend, and we screened the movie, and
sorry.
and we haven't first of all, we got a standing ovation when the movie ended, 2 standing ovations, and then people were chanting "Make one more." And I haven't seen a negative review of it.
Oh, that's huge. I mean, listen, that franchise does need a shot in the arm. If this is it, dude,
It's fresh.
What if you get out of the suit? Are you ready to act?
I've been wanting to act. I mean, first of all, I'm an actor. I do act, but I would love.
Well, no. I'm not saying you're not an actor. Sorry, I wasn't downplaying what you did. What I'm saying is that, are you ready
Show
to be
my
a face?
Yes.
Now here's the problem. You're
Tell me.
big.
That's okay. I can play a lawyer. I can play a doctor.
How do they? And they just have
Vince
to shoot
Vaughn
around
is
you.
6'5",
Yeah, they'd have to shoot. How tall are you?
6'8". Depends on what the breakdown is.
Are you willing to have reverse leg elongating surgery to become a better actor?
Yeah.
Break the shins, shave off 3 inches, and put them back together.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
I can absolutely, be a face actor. I mean, when I started this, that was kind of my idea. I figured the whole monster thing would kind of be a backdoor to acting in Hollywood.
Bro, you're in the fucking you're in the game.
Yeah.
Not for nothing. And if you're in it, anything can fucking happen, as it's been proven many times. You can be a PA and all of a sudden.
And I love playing monsters. I love doing non-human characters. It's a blast.
Or you might get typecast as a monster.
That's the thing. So I'm still pretty.
But you're
early
handsome,
in my
so it's like
career.
they don't want to,
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate that. Thank you.
But you're not going to turn down the check if they're like, listen, we need you to be Michael Myers.
Michael Myers, I could never be the shape. He's a normal guy. He's too small.
He's too small.
Jason Voorhees. That's the
thing.
Friday the 13th is kind of like when I first moved out here thinking about monsters.
What if we get you as a new take on Pinhead? What do you think, Jason?
They already have a Hellraiser movie coming out.
I wonder if it's going to be.
They already shot it.
Hellraiser's amazing. Those are great franchises.
They have a female playing Pinhead.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You're right. I saw that.
So,
well, listen, really good show, really great. I had a lot of fun with you today.
so when is Maddie coming?
He'll be here. He'll be as soon as you. The funny thing about Maddie is that as soon as you leave is when he'll show up.
He'll show up.
He'll come by with Conby. Maddie used to come on the show. This is what he would do. He'd come on and he'd know I'm on a diet because I've been on a diet my entire fucking life. And when I'm not, I'm going insane, eating like a maniac.
Yeah.
And he would just bring Conby or something, just fill up the table with food and just watch me agonize and be like,
I should have brought In-N-Out today. I'm so mad.
you should have. I wouldn't have touched it. Like,
Really?
It's too much. There's nothing there I can eat. There's not even one little thing I
Are
can
you
have
vegan?
there. No, but I just can't eat trash.
I mean, In-N-Out's not terrible. If I eat a burger, if I eat fast food
Do you
burgers,
do it
it's
animal
In-N-Out.
style? I mean, do you do it protein style? No bun?
I will go. I'll typically do one protein style and then one normal.
You don't have to, but you don't have to worry too much. How old are you?
33.
You don't have to worry too much about what you eat. Right?
Yeah, sure I do.
A little bit, not too much.
Yeah, I mean it's always. I'm setting the groundwork right now for the rest of my future. So if I eat poorly now,
This guy's in such good shape. Son of a bitch. I can't get in shape. It's
why
insane.
not?
I mean, I work out. You see me, I'm in there every
Yeah,
day.
but 80% of how you look is what you eat. I'm telling you.
I'm trust me. I fuck around for like 1 minute and I'm like,
Do you eat at nighttime?
I try not to.
Like, don't eat between 8 p.m. and noon. Try that.
I do that.
I went on a crazy diet going into my senior year of college. I was in the best shape of my life. I started the diet at 250. I ended it at 250. I started the diet at like 18% body fat. I ended it at 9% body fat. It was muscle.
Oh, you just put on muscle.
I only ate things that walk, swim, fly, or were a green vegetable. And you can have mustard. That's it. No sugar, no tomatoes, no red bell peppers.
What is the thing with tomatoes? Everyone says don't eat tomatoes.
Tom Brady, because it's a nightshade. Tom Brady doesn't eat tomatoes. Eggplant's also a nightshade. They say there's toxins in it that make you fat, essentially.
Fucking tomatoes.
But yeah, like green vegetables
Yeah.
and meat. I was
Yeah.
eating plain
That'll do
hamburgers
it.
and
That'll do
mustard
it.
for breakfast.
Yeah, that'll do it.
But
That
let me
works.
tell you something. The fat melted off. I was irritable. I hated everyone.
Yeah,
I couldn't eat at restaurants.
Yeah.
The fat.
You can't eat at restaurants. You can't have a life.
you
Sushi, you have to give up sushi.
No, you can get sashimi, just fish.
Can't eat the rice.
Can't eat the rice. But you can eat plain sashimi. Tough.
I guess I just don't have that. Like I have it. I'll have that resolved for a couple months,
Mm-hmm.
and then I give up. I can't do it anymore. It's too much.
Do you do cardio? Do you have a bike? Do you hike?
Yeah, I do everything, dude. You know,
You should
cardio.
come on a hike with me.
I hike all the time.
We should do a podcast while hiking.
We've done that.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, it was fun.
Shit.
with Maddie.
If you, I'll do it.
Oh my God.
I'll do it if you put the suit on, and we'll hike in the Predator suit.
The predator suit. You know, that thing weighs like 75 pounds.
Yeah, but you can handle it. I got.
No, you know what? In preparation for Predator, I went up to Brand Park in Glendale here.
Yeah.
And I had a wetsuit, like a 7mm wetsuit.
Yeah.
I used to be at the Waterworld stunt show at Universal Studios.
Oh,
And yeah. It was fun. It was fun.
Good show.
I used to be in that. Asterisk. But I was like, oh, I'm going to hike this mountain for training for the Predator in a wetsuit.
Terrible.
It was like one of the worst decisions of my life. I only made it halfway up. My shoes filled up with sweat. I mean, wetsuits are designed to keep heat and water in. I couldn't sweat. My body couldn't regulate its heat, and I nearly passed out. I can only imagine some kid playing in the park at Brant Park sees this fucking huge monster man coming off the mountain, out of breath, pulling a wetsuit off of him, and
Covered in sweat.
Covered in sweat. Like what? Did you just get dropped by like a fire helicopter?
Navy SEAL sex team just dropped him in the middle to procreate. Okay, we have to go. We got to wrap it up. I got to get to work.
What are you gonna eat today?
I'm gonna have some salmon and salad, but I
Okay.
will have a little brown rice and beans with that.
Yeah, it's okay.
But I
It's fine.
eat pretty clean.
And then tonight's no gi. Is that?
Tonight is no gi at 6. Or no, it might not be no gi. I think no gi is yesterday.
Do you like no gi better?
Yeah, I just don't get to do it enough. I love no gi better because if you can't grab my gi, you're not stopping me.
I mean, we rolled before,
Yeah.
and you're a powerhouse. I mean, you're a strong motherfucker.
Yeah, but so are you. I was like, oh, this guy's got.
I did roll you twice, which is like my claim to fame. Like that's like in the gym, my only level of status is the fact that I rolled you over twice.
You rolled me over twice.
Well, because I caught you.
Oh, you did? Yeah.
I was
No.
waiting for you to bring your elbow in, and the second you did, that's all I have is the hip
You did.
thrust,
You
and then
got.
flipped
Yeah.
you over.
Nobody can do that, and you did it.
And I could tell you were like a little annoyed, but
Yeah.
I don't have skill. I just have my
Dude,
size.
you're
and my
so
power.
strong. When I was like trying to hold you down, I was like, because you know someone's body when you're on top of them,
Yeah.
and you feel. I'm like, wait, this is all muscle. I'm like, there's nothing. I'm like,
There's
this
no
is
technique.
all muscle.
There's
here.
no technique there.
Yeah. Now I can stop you though. Now I know how to stop that. You won't be able to get me off.
Well, I'm done. Yeah, I'm done now because now my one thing that I have is my secret's out. That's it.
I can now. I know how to stop. I'm pretty sure I can stop you from rolling me over.
I saw you get your blue belt a long time before you and I were speaking.
Oh, really?
I watched you get your blue belt, and I was like, "Oh, okay,
Oh, good for
It's
him.
cool."
Yeah.
Are you close? What's the next one? Green?
Purple.
Oh, purple.
Yeah.
Are you? How does that work? Is that what's going on?
I don't know. One day the powers that be decide you have a purple belt. I truly do not give a shit. Like I'm happy to be a blue belt forever.
You are. You will be.
Yeah.
They can't take that from you. You can't go back down.
No, but I'm saying like, yes, a purple belt would be great, but I'm not like worried about it. Like I don't, because the problem with getting a new belt is that you're starting, now you're at the bottom of the new belt.
Next level, yeah.
Now I'm like, I'm a solid blue belt approaching purple probably. I don't know. But if I do go purple, then I'm the fucking baseline purple guy.
Now, is competition in your future? In
Yeah, I'm
any
supposed to compete in September, but I can't do it because I'm going out of town for 2 weeks, and the competition is like the day after I get back.
Yeah.
And I'm coming from Europe. I'm gonna be jet lagged, and also I can't go out, leave work for 2 weeks, and then go be like I'm taking off
Right.
for another 4 days. Like
Yeah.
it's just like rude. So I was gonna go. I'm gonna go to the next one. I was gonna go to the one before, and then I hurt my back. I have all these excuses.
No, but if
I'm
if
gonna
you're not-
compete. I'm
if you're
gonna
not
compete,
prime-
for sure.
Is it super heavyweight or ultra heavyweight?
I'm in a weight class that has no barriers because I'm so big.
So I think I would be in that class.
You're
with
in
you.
that class.
I
What
went,
do you
I went to
weigh?
the world 250 right now.
Yeah, you're anything. I think 250. I think over like 220 something is like free range. You're
A
just
few
like-
months ago, I went out to Long Beach to watch Isaac compete.
Oh, you did?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
man, there are some houses.
Yeah.
Those guys are houses. Like you just have a big Bam Bam Bigelow looking dude, and
Yeah.
like they just roll on top of people.
That's my weight class, and so my friend psyched me out and sent me a picture of this guy in the chat.
Yeah.
and he goes, "Yeah, this is a guy that's in your." He basically told me that
4 stacks.
He was like this. Yeah, he's all this guy is going to be in your division, and I thought he was saying that he's going to be at the fucking thing. And this guy was so big
Yeah.
and so muscular. I was like, "There's nothing I could do. It doesn't matter
It's
if you
all
have technique."
at that point.
No, I don't. But I was like, "What technique is going to stop this guy?" He was like 380 pounds of muscle, and I'm just like, "What the fuck?" And it freaked me out.
That's why because we were teasing the idea of me competing in the white belt division.
Oh, you should. You
After
crush.
taking 2, yeah, but that's the part. White belt is so open. There's so much fluff and like craziness going on.
Yeah.
that you have that 500-pound guy who is not trained.
Yeah, that's true.
Who will literally just sit on you.
Yeah.
And I don't. I
I feel
won't-
like if you wanted to, you get in there, you do good. You might not know how to finish anyone, but you probably scramble and be all right.
The white belts too, it's riskier because you can get hurt.
White
real
belts
easily.
are crazy.
Yeah,
White belts are insane. They're just like I wrestle them all the time, and you can see their face. They're going like this,
Yeah.
like they're freaking out. And I was the same way. I was like fucking, yeah,
Like trying to muscle.
trying
Yeah.
to. I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
don't try to muscle. I'm just gonna lay on you. Like, don't
Yeah.
muscle me. You know?
I would like, and it's so risky for me. If I get hurt, I'm done. I can't
Yeah,
work.
you can't get hurt. Yeah, don't do it. Don't leave us. Don't stay out of there. We don't want you in there. You're
No,
too
no.
big.
I mean,
You're too strong.
The gym is that I'll keep it there, but I don't know.
You got bigger fish to fry.
I do have bigger fish to fry.
All right, what a great show. No ad reads. Show's dying. The show's dying. You got on. This is the last show.
Do I get
Last
to
episode.
plug? Do I get
Y'all
to
plug away, man. Yeah, plug anything.
Yeah, I mean, Prey. It's coming out on Hulu.
Predator,
and,
Prey. It's
P-R-E-Y.
coming out on Hulu? P-R-E-Y.
There's no Predator in the
It
title.
just says Prey.
Just Prey.
Pretty good. It's coming out straight to Hulu?
Straight to Hulu, August 5th.
Oh, that's exciting. We get to watch it. We get to watch it for free.
I'll probably do a screening at some point with friends and family at some theater. You guys can come.
Yeah, let me know. That'd be sick. Jason, look at him. He's
And he's foaming.
This
at
is
the
his
mouth.
world.
He's like,
Yeah.
his predator laser is going off right now. He's like,
Yeah, we're targeting.
yeah. He's more of a predator than I am.
yeah, he is.
Oh, yeah.
But he's more of a predator for like vanilla wafers and snacks. That's what he hones in on at the house.
Yeah,
He's not a
delicious.
sexual predator. He's more of a snack predator.
What's your favorite franchise?
What? Well,
Is Predator?
Predator's one of my favorite franchises, but
If you could be one movie creature monster,
I mean, it might be Predator. Probably
Really?
Predator. Yeah, it's always been Predator.
a lot of people say Alien, Xenomorphs.
Nah, Predator's more like a human though, and he's got dreads. He's got a big knife in his hand, built into his wrist.
Yep, the wrist blades.
He's got a laser gun.
I think they could have done better with Predator. I think that there's too much firepower Predator versus Alien. Like some of those Alien films are so good, and some of the Predator films are pretty good, and they could have like done a better job. It's really hard to combine
Crossover,
to
yeah.
cross
I mean,
over.
it's 2004 when it came out.
I've got my opinions on it.
What's funny is most people I meet, when it's like, first of all, Predator, worst pickup line of all time. You say Predator really loud in a bar and people don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
People look at you real goofy.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah.
And also like, I mean, the last thing Hollywood needs is another Jewish predator. But what I'm saying is,
Nice.
when I meet someone and my friends, oh yeah, Dane, he's the Predator, and they go, oh, like Alien versus Predator, and I'm like, yeah, it's like that was one spin-off movie, an entire franchise.
That's what they identify with.
And it's interesting how they go straight to Alien versus Predator.
That was the big one that came out though, at least when I was
Right.
a teenager.
But I'm like, yeah, but also like Predator, like the Schwarzenegger movie, a good number of people haven't seen it.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And I'm
That's
like,
a class. Dude, the
classic.
first Predator is
Schwarzenegger. What are we talking
One of
about?
the best action movies ever. One of the best
It's
sci-fi
amazing.
movies
Him and Carl
ever.
Weathers when they do the.
Yeah, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
That's like iconic.
Dylan!
Get to the chopper.
Yeah. I mean,
Fun fact: the guy who was the helicopter pilot was the same dude who played the Predator, Kevin Peter Hall. It was his cameo.
I heard that. Yeah, I saw that in my one of my feeds. I did.
basketball players played the other Predator in the second movie.
Well, the Lakers. It was the Lakers.
Yeah,
They
really.
brought in the Lakers to do the extra Predators. But yeah, it's an honor. It's an honor to follow in those footsteps. That I got the responsibility of shouldering that role. It's pretty cool.
Very cool.
I was-
Can't wait to see it.
You
Okay,
will.
I got to go, guys. But it's been a pleasure.
Check out Predator.
Check out Prey.
Prey.
Check out Prey. Don't
Prey.
flub his plug.
I'm sorry.
Check out Prey,
Check out
everybody.
the new Predator movie, Prey, coming August 5th.
Do you think Maddie will follow me back on Instagram?
No, he'll never follow you.
Okay. Do you think you will?
I don't follow you?
No.
Yeah, I have to follow. I have to follow you now.
follow.
I DM'd you a couple times once your episode came out when you were
I'll follow you.
saying
Yeah, of course
crazy
I'll
stuff
follow you.
about me. But you
don't
had
pay
this pitch that I was like a huge perv. But perv and like sexual, like person who likes to have sex a lot is different from a perv. Perv is like pervy. You're in the corner like looking at people, like creeping on people.
Well, no, now, but I guess, I mean, I don't know. I think I just said, it was more about you being a
Sexual fiend.
A predator. Yeah, like a fiend.
Yeah. But you were saying the word perv, and perv is like you're like crossing the legal.
You don't like, yeah, I semantics. I fucked up the, there's a delineation between a perv and a fiend. So I'm sorry to call you a pervert because a pervert is someone who probably might not get laid, but a sex fiend is someone who's constantly getting it. all the time.
or capable of getting it. Maybe not always.
Sex
getting
addict is a great title.
Yeah, but I'm
Like, are you gonna fuck on the way home? Is there someone in your car right now waiting for you? Did you fuck this morning?
No, I have way too much stuff going on right now.
I like that.
I don't
It's so
have the
good.
capability.
Listen, I'm so busy. I don't have time for a sex life.
I don't.
I'm so busy.
Hand to God.
Yeah.
You should see my apartment right now. It's boxes and like luggage bags full of clothing. That's
Panties
everywhere.
and dildos. It's just all Chinese baskets. Can you say? Is that? Can I say Chinese basket?
I don't know what that is.
It's a sex swing.
Oh, is that what
Sex,
that
This
is?
is all sex swings
When
in
you
every
said
room.
Chinese basket, I thought you meant like one of the hand carts from a Chinese grocery store that you put the food in.
No. It's a sex swing. Tommy, they did a cribs at Tommy Lee's house. He had one in his like living room. It was amazing.
Well, did you see Pam and Tommy
I did.
on Hulu?
Yeah.
He had like the sex swing installed.
Yeah. That was in Cribs, and when you watch Cribs when I was a kid, and they go to Tommy's house, he had a sex swing.
Oh, really?
A Chinese basket is what it's called. I don't know if that's racist.
I don't know.
hope
I've
not.
never
I hope
heard that
not.
term. Also, you know what else on Hulu is The Bear.
The bear's great. We're not luring me into a bear conversation. You guys can talk about. I have to get on a call.
I know. I have to go too. I have
We can talk about the bear another
so
time.
much stuff to do today. I have to do a suit fitting for the premiere.
Oh yeah, where are you getting a suit? Wait, no, we're not talking about. I have to go. I literally have to jump on the phone like in 2 seconds.
Are you gonna be in the suit at the premiere?
Oh my god.
No, like a suit, not like a foam
I was
latex suit. It's so funny. People are like, "Oh, do you get to keep the costume?" And I'm like, "No, the cost like 6 figures. Those are like custom hand sculpted suits." Like,
You need like assistants to put it on too, right?
yeah,
You can't-
Disney's not. It's not like a Halloween costume. Like you just get to slap it on. No, those like Disney's assets, and they're very particular.
The suit.
Yeah, well, we had 6 suits.
How long does it take to put one on?
We got it down to like 11 or 12 minutes. There's no makeup.
Oh.
It's just like a zip
Oh,
up.
that's great. Because you see these actors suffering getting makeup put on. It's insane.
Oh, like in Stranger Things. Yeah, it was like an 8-hour makeup. I think the longest I've ever done is 6 hours.
For what?
I think American Horror Stories, maybe. That was a long one.
Or what did you play
The
in that
Quest.
thing?
I was Baal, the fertility demon. Oh, fertility demon.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm just playing into it at this point. No,
Yeah,
the episode was named after my character. But yeah, it was this red fertility demon.
Yeah,
and
that
I
makes sense.
Helped
It checks.
Billy
Okay,
Lloyd
guys, I gotta
Mitchell.
go.
Okay, it's time.
Great show.